Hey guys, Stitches here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Metroid Zero Mission. Last time we got the wave beam and we fought against the various Kiru Giru enemies, but we're not quite done with them. We do have a boss coming up called the ensnared Kiru Giru. But yeah, heading through this door, we will start to fight a mini boss called ensnared Kiru Giru. It's basically stuck in the vines. But actually killing the Kiru Giru is kind of interesting, and I'll go over it because, you know, that's kind of what I do. Man, this is so nice. Okay, really quick, I'm gonna talk about a behind-the-scenes thing. So, like, the software I use for recording is called OBS. It's the most accessible broadcasting software for live streaming. It literally is called Open Broadcasting Software, and it's pretty much what a lot of people use. Some people like using the Elgato stuff. Some people like using XSplit. I personally use OBS for recording and streaming. And there's an audio mixer for all of your audio, and I've always kind of been like, man, I wish that was kind of like mounted differently, because it's always been like a left to right meter. Turns out you can actually change it to a vertical display. And I was like, huh, what does that do? And it just makes it like a regular sound bar that goes up and down. And it makes it very good for saving space. So that's kind of just my little head talk, I guess. Anyway. There's nothing really for us here. That's just kind of a thing. Anyway, here we can see a dead Kiru Giru being feasted on by the vines. It won't hurt you because it's dead. And I think this is honestly pretty gross. Like, that's kind of what I like about Metroid. Like, there are moments that genuinely gross you out. Anyway, here we have Kiru Giru. The way you have to deal with Bro here is actually quite straightforward. Being a mini boss, you can regenerate health and missiles quite easily here. I think this thing actually... You know, since we have so much health, it's not like it matters, really. Oh, you can wall jump. I forgot about that. So one of the ways you can do this is by freezing with the ice beam. The other way you can do it is wall jumping. Oh, we actually can't do it anymore from this side. Yeah, the main thing that's annoying about this fight is the fact that it does that. Anyway, that Kiru Giru will just kind of fall. It doesn't die, but it gets stuck. And with that, we're heading off to Ridley's lair. Very foreboding theme. Welcome to Ridley's lair. You may have saw there was a pass-through area up there. So first thing we're doing is heading to this save room here. That is not what I wanted to open. But there's some stuff we can do. So you can either head left or right from that save area. So if we come in here, there's kind of just a room with enemies in it. I don't think there's anything really noteworthy in this room right now. I think this is a room you kind of come back to later. Pathing wise. Anyway, we can go there with super missiles if we wanted to. However, I don't really see this as necessary right now. Because we're near the point where you get super missiles normally anyway, but technically this next boss, if you already have super missiles, is optional for time being. But, so we're just gonna come up here, here, and here. But yeah, we can see that Kiru Giru. And we can see that, hey, that looks familiar. And yeah, that is actually the Kiru Giru. It fell. So what we're actually going to do is leave Norfair real quick. Because we actually haven't killed that thing yet. Now you see why I saved it for this video. And not in the last one. This thing is actually called Imago, I believe. So we can actually see that it bore through the ground. And no, you can't get in there quite yet. But we can fall into Ridley's lair, and the thing has actually hatched. Now this boss isn't too hard as long as you keep using your morph ball and missiles correctly. So my trick is, like, with this boss specifically, was to kind of just wait here. And kind of just machine gun him. I accidentally shine sparked a little bit. Pitiful creature. And this is where you would normally get your first super missile upgrade, so that's why we do this part first. It doesn't really matter, you're not sequence breaking much, you're just screwing yourself out of an item. But yeah, there's not really much in here. We didn't do it right. Oh, you can't really go back, can you? I want to see if I can maybe... like, get this... or the area marked on the map somehow. Oh, there we go. All I had to do was jump at the right time. Ah! It's a lot of balls in my face. Great choice of language. I was just expressing... God damn it. There we go. Anyway, we can come through here now. But now we can actually start Ridley's lair proper. So from here on out, you are going to be expected to use super missiles, so don't go wasting them. They won't replace missiles entirely, but... Okay, I wasn't sure if this was like a shine sparking area. Now, here is where I believe we need to be careful, because I think this is where I made a mistake by thinking it was Kraid's lair that has this, but that is energy tank number 7. Oh, did I mention I lied in this? We don't actually have all the energy tanks. You get a second row. Isn't that something? So this version of the game is much easier in this regard, but if you fall down, you will get a different path. In the original Metroid, I believe you had to fall down there. But, so there's kind of 2 different ways we can do this. But if you fall down, you can see we're actually very close to where Ridley is located. I believe we're also close to getting a beam type known as Spazer at some point, unless that's not in this game. I want to say I thought it was. It might not be, though. No, Spazer is not in this game. We get another one later called Plasma Beam. But the plasma beam, I think we already have it. But it is different. But anyways, here it doesn't actually matter whether you fall down or not, because if you come over here, I believe this here is the save room. And if we carefully make our way back up, you can see we kind of just... Oop. That never happened. If we carefully make our way back up, you can see we kind of just end up on this side of the room anyway. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. This is a really cool illusion. This game does a lot of cool stuff, okay? There's a reason I let's played this game. But yeah, we can come back here and you can see we're on the other side of the room. So if you want the thing that bad. You can get it. Anyway, you can see now that we have 2 rows of energy tanks. So yes, you will get even more health. If you thought the amount of health you had now was belittling to the game, you prepare for more. And another thing I like is that you're not like, with the way this game is intended, by the way, I will be ending the video here. We'll be doing a 3rd one this session, I guess. Just because we're at 20 minutes. Well, actually, no, we should be able to. There's plenty of save points in this area, so actually we'll keep going. I thought there was only one, but looking at the map, on the guide, the addended map, it says that there are plenty here. But, what was I saying? Oh, the amount of energy you get. You get a lot of energy in this game. And the game designers kind of, they don't necessarily design for you to 100% the game. It's more just like a good for you thing. If you do. Fun fact, to the right of here is actually past where Ridley is. So there we got a Shine Spark block. Map room. Yeah, you can see there. Now, Ridley's Lair is actually not that confusing in this version. We can kind of get up to speed there. And really quick, the next 2 missile expansions seem a little complicated. They're back here past the map room real quick. I thought maybe we could Shine Spark here, but I guess maybe we can't. So I'm gonna chill here for a second. And I will be back once I have figured that out. Yeah, I hope you're ready for some bullshit. Okay, no, but for real. There is some difficult stuff in this game like this. So if we come up here, you'll see there's like a long path we can take here. I did it wrong. Believe it or not, falling in the lava was not part of the plan. So what you need to do is come up here. Jeez. So what we need to do effectively, I'm going to explain it real quick, is we need to go up there, run, come back, do a jump here, and like very quickly inputs here so we can re-continue the running, shoot there, and we'll break through those shine sparking blocks. There, that wasn't so bad. And then you need to really make sure you fall there. That's the part. Now it's the next part that's some bullshit. Because again, we will have to be doing some shine sparking shit. Because sure, we can wall jump up here, but like nothing happens if you do that. So what we got to do is there's 2 missile expansions in this like overarching area here. So we come over here. Come up here. Do that. Or did I do that wrong? Might have to re-reference the video real quick for a second. Oh, I see. I see. That's a missile block right there. My bad. I thought I wasn't thinking. Now, here you kind of get a little bit of a resting moment. So you can come up here, but there's not really much you can do up here. So right there are some fall blocks there. That's not what we wanted. God, what is this input bro does here? Okay, so the maneuver here is kind of weird. So what we gotta do is we basically have to clip this in such a way that, there we go. We can come here and get this missile tank here. But we don't want to go back down just yet. This is the main part that sucks, because we have to basically, like... I'm trying to, like, get out of it. Is there like a settings menu where I can change that to toggle? I don't think there actually is. There we go. This one's significantly, like, less hard to get, but it's out of the way. And you need to make sure you have missiles to get it. Okay, and that is those two missiles that are taken care of. Alright. Alright. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go charge my Shine Spark real quick. Come through this map room that doesn't do anything. I kind of wish those became save points, but like... or something, like, just make them do something after. Anyway, there's another missile upgrade over here. Ah! That thing scared me. It started flying at me. But yeah, this area is kind of just a long hallway with nothing really in it. For a little while. Oh, I could have done it with that one too. You can go across the top. Anyway, this here is the second save point. Ugh, I'm gonna sneeze. How do we get this? Okay, I don't think we do this from this area in the way I'm thinking. It's okay, your thirst for upgrades shall be softer. Oh great, Chozo blocks are back. Yep, you know what that means. We're getting some interesting stuff happening soon. Oh, so that's how we do it. Hold on. Nope, that was real-ass lava. What? Is the idea just that I need to really hold there? This is really weird, I don't know. There it is. Missile tank. I'm looking at completely the wrong one. This is a horrible idea. I'm backing out of that. This is the one where we get out. Missile expansion in there, and there is nothing else in this area whatsoever. Correct? Wrong. Gas leak. See that? How would you have known that was there? Oh, that's a chain bomb block. There we go. You can tell someone had a little bit of fun designing that part. So there's the super missile upgrade there. In this room, there's another missile upgrade. Oop. I just jumped over it. Wasn't that great? Okay, I'm really curious what is going to happen if that guy unfreezes. Oh, he just falls. Anyway, we just keep going through here. Yeah. Oh, you were on a corner, that's why. We come in here, there's a missile tank, and that's never the full story. Though, is it? There it is. So we come up here, and this is a missile upgrade. We come over here. It's a missile upgrade. Right there that I fucked up getting. Damn it. Alright. It's not what I want. God damn it. I'm just trying to get the fucking thing. Okay, this one seems like it might have some, shit to deal with here. I'm trying to figure it out. I promise you, I actually am. This one was actually way easier. I don't think that's how you're supposed to get it, but God be damned if that's how I got it. No, I had it. That's a slow break block. That's why it was confusing me. Alright, and that's all those Mishal expansions. I don't even know why they put so many here. My best guess is they're supposed to deal with Ridley, because, I mean, if you haven't guessed, we're gonna fight Ridley. I mean, he's kind of the guy from Metroid. He's the Metroid bad guy. We could actually just go and fight Ridley right now, but that's not really worth it. Though we are almost done with Ridley's lair. Anyway, here's where we fall. Actually, not hitting up the save point right yet. Anyway, if we come here, we can ignore these guys. I know there's an E-tank in here. Now give it to me. Oh. Ha! Energy tank. Energy further increased. Because we really do need it. Now, just for the sake of showing it, though, I'm probably going to rewind out of it. This is how you get back over here. So they do kind of bait you, I guess, into thinking you could get it from the other room, but that's not how it works. I think that's every secret item in this kind of little corpuscular area. Is that even a word? Corpuscular? Actually, we are going to go back that way because that's how we get out. Okay, that's a Shine Spark block. We can't really do much about that. And we actually can't get up this way. I don't think until after Ridley. Maybe we can't get this part until after Ridley either. No, wait, I think we can. It's just gonna be, like, awkward. Let me try real quick and see if I can't, like... I just completely forgot about that. Oh, come on, I was almost there. We gotta be careful because... we don't want to do that. So, like, we need to screw attack jump. But if we get hit, we'll get knocked out a bit. So we need to very tightly weave the needle there. There we go. Phew. Now, is that worth it? Well, we'll see. Our prize is a whole missile upgrade. With another shine sparking puzzle, because we love those, right, guys? Oh, this is one of these ones where I need to, like, lock the fuck in a little bit, isn't it? Alright. Alright. So what we need to do here, from what I can understand here about this puzzle, we need to... I wonder if shine sparking is a thing with Metroid Prime. I've never played a Metroid Prime game, by the way. Don't be mad at me. I just... it's just funny because I started this series, I think, when Metroid Prime 4 came out. By the way, apparently that game was really bad and people didn't like it. Which is funny because I'm like... A lot of people were complaining because I guess there's dialogue in the game, or there's like one particular dude who talks a lot. And a lot of people are like, oh, there's generic looking like Space Marine type people. I'm like... Samus is kind of a generic looking Space Marine. I mean, I would almost argue that Samus, in a way, is like the OG Space Marine. Oh no. Did I do this wrong? Am I supposed to like... trying to jump there. Okay, give me 1 second so I can... grab a thing. Does he just not do this one at this point? Okay, this is where he starts going back into the other half of Norfair. Okay, at what point does he get that missile expansion, though? That's the part where I'm confused. Hold on a second. Okay, I see. The guide here was a little confusing for various reasons. So, it recommends that you do this way later in the game. As there are multiple ways you can do it, because this is a completely optional missile expansion. So if you come back here at a later time, you can do it a little... Oh, there I was kind of doing it. So what it recommends you do here is you kind of like get up in the wall for a second. And you can kind of... Damn it. There we go. You can kind of like get your way in here a little bit. But in the guide, like in Omega Metroid's guide, this isn't listed until... This is listed as missile expansion number 49. So if you don't want to get this at this point, that is completely fine. I choose to do things the hard way, and especially when, you know, I have unlimited... Oh, I can just go back to that very frame. But normally you have to do that all in one run, so on a normal playthrough, if you're doing a traditional playthrough, I would not be doing that. Like, if you're either playing on an emulator that doesn't have rewind somehow, I say somehow like it's a common thing. If you're playing on an emulator that just doesn't have Metroid, would have Metroid, that's the whole point. If it didn't have rewind, then you just kind of... But anyways, we're going to be making our way to the save point, and yes, I'm going all the way to this save point because I wanted to end at it. Because next video, we will be going to fight, Ridley. We are quite a few missile expansions behind, so I think I'm actually going to go and grind here, but yeah. So if you don't approve of me doing like the Shine Spark things like that all at once, do keep in mind, like, I am like kind of showing how to do it still, more like just breaking it down into the individual sections. But yeah, you can do that later. I don't know if making it with power bombs actually is optional. I didn't read fully what it said underneath, but it did say it would be ridiculously hard. But if you don't mind revisiting the Lair later, I'm going to be paraphrasing / reading directly from Omega Metroid's guy. This puzzle becomes pathetically easy later in the game. So you do the Shine Spark to enter the puzzle, but when you reach the start of the puzzle, you use power bombs, something we don't have in the space jump. So the power bomb basically makes it so you can like break half the half of the thing. But you can do the entire, like, thing kind of at once here, but it doesn't... It says not to, it doesn't really What am I trying to say? It's not really necessary at this point in the game, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, because you guys don't know what a power bomb is, don't worry about that. Oh, I think we're good. Yep, our status is full. If you played Super Metroid, though, you will know what a power bomb is, because it originates from that game. I will say I do like this kind of as a complete experience. I've heard a lot of people say this is probably one of the best introductions to the Metroid series. But I've also heard the sentiment that a lot of people think that it kind of sucks you get to experiment with like advanced movement techs and stuff in this game. Without like... without being able to play like Super Metroid like this. A lot of people have suggested that we might get a Super Metroid remake. I don't know. If we did, I would play it instead of that. Some people are suggesting we might get that in a remake of a port of Samus Returns for Switch 2, but I don't know. But with that, that's gonna end the video, so thank you all so much for watching, and if you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button. You should also subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notifications. Additionally, you should check the links in the description. There's links to my social media pages on Blue Sky and Twitter, a link to my my Twitch page where I occasionally live stream, and a link to my Ko-Fi page where you get access to stuff early and exclusive content. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.